Hello, traders. Good morning to you, and trust you're having a wonderful weekend. Welcome to another video session. And in this video, we shall be doing a follow up analysis on the XAUUSD. And if you remember vividly, we talked about this last week where we had some trading opportunities we took advantage of. And in fact, last week was a roller coaster of buys and sells, but we were lucky enough to catch most of this move that happened last week. I would like to share with you how last week went by on the XAUUSD. In fact, at the beginning of the week, we missed the breakout of the 1,832 level as price action moved over 2,000 pips. That move, I missed it personally. And what we did was to wait out for the retracement back into that buy zone since we had a breakout of that structure. So we waited for price action to come into the buy zone area. And in fact, we were able to take advantage of that buy opportunity as we rode the move all the way into the $1,850 level a couple of times, which gave us about over 1,000 pips in profit on both occasion. And then we also waited for another breakout of the 1850 on the 3rd, but it didn't happen until on the 4th of January when we saw the breakout of the 1850, giving us another opportunity to add more position to our existing trade. And we also look forward to another retest of either the structure here to buy. And what happened afterward, we started seeing a consolidation phase around this area. Selling pressure resumed at the 1860, and at this point we decided to get ready to join a decline to the downside. So in that regard, we waited for a breakdown of the 1850 to join that decline, and this is what happened afterwards. We rode the move all the way down. As you can see here, we had another position below the 1845. We rode it all the way down into the 1832 before we started seeing another buy pressure coming in at that point. So we took about 1,200 pips thereabout on this one, and then we waited for the NFP to happen, where we said if price breaks down the trend line, we continue to sell with a retest of structure, and if price breaks above the 1840, we are going to be joining a buy position. And what happened afterward was this: we saw price break out of the 1840, our buy stop was triggered, and price moved well in our direction, broke out the 1850, gave us another opportunity to hard position, and it hit our TP target at the 1860. And we said we are going to be waiting to see how price action react to the 1860 to decide if we are going to be adding more position to our buy or we are going to be selling. And in fact, we had a simple setup around this area. If you really want to have a look into how we took advantage of those trade with daily commentaries, I will drop the link to that video right in the description box of this current video so that you can have a peep into how we took advantage of all those opportunities last week. So for the sake of this, let's dive into the current chart right here and let's see what is really going on in this market and how do we intend to take advantage of a trading opportunity for this week. Now, if we look at the daily time frame, what I'll be doing right here is to jump right into the current structure, since this is going to be a follow-up video to my previous analysis. And if you would like to see how we got to this point, with an holistic view of what we analyzed that got us to this level, well, I will be dropping the link to that video in the top right hand side of the screen so you can go out there and check it out. So what happened here on the daily time frame since the beginning of the year? So we saw a situation where the $1,820 level was a very strong selling niche throughout the month of December last year. So we saw that level holding selling pressure. Every attempt by the buyers to break out of that structure had been negated by the sellers as price continued to reject that level. However, during the first day of this year, we saw attempt by the buyers, and we saw how price broke out of the 1820, found a new demand zone right above the structure, which incited this um three 4,000 pip move that led to the breakout of the $1,860 level, respecting that bullish trend line one more time to confirm that the buyers are becoming stronger in this particular market. So at this point in time, what is going to be our plans for this week? Are we going to continue to look out for buying opportunity in such a way that price remains above the 1,860 for another wave of bullish momentum, or are we going to be having price break down the 1,860 to incite a wave of bearish momentum back into the bullish trend line, or probably the demand zone here, probably to incite another bullish momentum, or probably break down that structure to incite a fresh new sell opportunity on the XAUUSD. So these are the things we are going to be looking at on the lower time frame. But before we go into the details on the lower time frame, it's appropriate that we look at the economic calendar, look out for macroeconomic events that is likely going to be bringing some liquidity into the market to drive price movement. And in fact, I was able to pull out some couple of events that will be affecting the US dollar, which is significant to this current pair that we are talking about. Now, on Thursday here, we have the consumer price index coming up on Thursday. And as you can see here, then on Friday, we have the publication from the Michigan, that is the Consumer Sentiment Index, also, which is also coming up on Friday. And this couple of events here will be something that majority of the participants in this market will be looking forward to. And definitely, we are going to be seeing the reflection of this anticipation on the charts as price action. So we want to go back down to our lower time frame and let's take a technical standpoint and see what we are able to identify on the 4 hours time frame. So on the 4 hours time frame, this is what I was able to see here on the 4 hours time frame. If you look at the structure here on the 4 hours time frame, this is what we have. We already have a breakout of that 1,820, which I shared with you on the daily time frame. So what we are going to be looking forward to right now, as we have seen price break out of the 1,860, is one. There is one scenario I want to be looking forward to here to buy, and that is if the breakout of the 1,860 here transitions into a trend continuation pattern. It could be a bullish rectangular pattern, breakout retest on our lower time frame, confirming that the bullish momentum has come to stay at this point. Then I will be thinking of buying the XAUUSD. And if price breaks down the 1,860 at the beginning of the week to the downside with selling pressure below the structure, then we could be thinking of selling during this counter trend opportunity where price might likely come back into the demand zone at the 1,830, or probably go as far as the bullish trend line here before another wave of bullish momentum will happen, or probably break down the structure to incite a fresh new sell off in this market. So at this point, this is where I will be stopping this video, but be rest assured that I will be jumping right in the comment section of this video after monitoring how participants in this market will be reacting to this current structure here to decide if we are going to be buying or selling the gold for this week. I hope this video has been of immense help in making your personal decision on the XAUUSD. And if it did, kindly support this project by clicking the like button. You would also want to follow me on my TradingView platform at Dark Sherry, spelled DARCSHERRY, so that you don't miss out on the regular updates I normally share on all of my videos. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you right in the comment section as usual as we get ourselves prepared for the new week. Do have a wonderful day. Bye bye.